the jungle. Here's the other end of my garden. I just piled up, which I gave up. This is what is this? I think, I don't know for sure. Again, these are volunteers. I didn't plant most of what you see out here. Just some of the stuff I planted, like the tomato plants there. There are a couple of muskmelon, or what do they call those? Not muskmelons, cantaloupes. There's a few cantaloupes my neighbor gave me some seeds for, which is just regular cantaloupe seeds from the store. You know, no big deal. But I planted them out of respect, and so they're growing back there. But I think that's what these are. These are cantaloupe seeds, because I throw my cantaloupes and my seeds and stuff back in this part of my garden, because this is like my compost area. And these came up. So I'm assuming these are just regular cantaloupe seeds. So we'll see what comes out of them. I'll give you a view of the back side of this. And over here, these are pole beans that I grow every year. They make like a green bean. They're delicious. I eat them. When this thing gets producing, this thing will produce literally hundreds and hundreds of beans. I mean, I come out and eat beans every single day. Green, fresh, pick them and eat them. In fact, I eat so much of this stuff out here before I can even get into the house. My dinner I already ate. It's like there's no need to make dinner. So I just come out and go through my garden, just start picking and eating, and that's it. That's dinner for me. But these right here, zoom out a little bit. You see these flowering things here? Those are daikon radishes. Those are volunteers that popped up on their own. I got some. Oh, I could spend hours in here just showing you everything that kind of came up on its own. Here's a tomatillo that came up by itself. Here's a bean. Here's a bean plant. There's some beans on it. This is some kind of I think this is a blue bush bean. This I planted. This is a pepper plant, but what is it? Oh, this is a Carmen. I had some extra seeds. I planted them. It's a Carmen pepper. I just let it grow here. It's growing under complete shade. It almost gets no sunlight, and you can see it's still doing good. It's still got flowers. More sunflowers. There's the back end of my corn. Just give you kind of a pan view. All the way up. Look at that. That's like being in a jungle out here. I love it. You grow, when I used to grow a lot of the corn, I'd fill this whole thing up with corn. You can't grow corn every year because it'll destroy your soil. But every once in a while, I'll do just corn out here because I'm busy on the inside of the greenhouse, so I don't really... The reason why it got so dense and so packed, and I'm doing kind of both right now, is because the inside I'm doing all those reviews, and that was supposed to be dedicated for just that. And this, it ended up becoming a disaster, because some of those reviews were supposed to be in the front, and they were supposed to be the carrots and all that stuff, and you know the story. So I just got more tomatoes in here that I planted that were extras. Those are all stuff I planted. I planted all that stuff, all these tomatoes, and well, most of them. Some of them are volunteers as well. Like I told you, they're just coming up. Even if you throw wood chips on them, they found a way to come up right through the wood chips. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm going to take you for a walk. I want to knock my corn over. Take you for a little tour. More volunteers. Look at them all. They just keep coming up. Here's my blueberry bush. I ate all the blueberries. They're done for the year. What else we got? Here's echinacea. Maybe I can do a dedicated video on echinacea. I can maybe... it's the wrong time of the year. I'm not going to do it to this one. I'll do it to another plant. There's my I don't really want to walk out there. I got neighbors walking around there. I don't want them knowing my business. But that's my hops. That's called nougat hops. It's kind of suffering this year. The heat is really pounding it good. Right there, no, that's Mahonia. That's a tree called Mahonia. You can look that up online. And right next to that is that thing. That's called the tayberry. We could take a quick look at that. I'll take a walk over there with you. Take a walk with me. That's a fig that never grows. It dies every year and comes up every year. I don't know what to do with that. This is called the tayberry. Okay, these aren't quite ripe. They get these little husks on them. Right, you see those little pods? And then those pods form a berry on the inside of them. Like that. This is a bad example because they're not. This is still a young plant. I planted this like 3 years ago, and the second year it didn't do nothing, and this is the third year, and I finally got berries out of it. And this is its first year of berry production. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is a biannual. So once the canes are done producing berries, that's it. The canes could come down and you let the new canes come up. So if you plant it right, the new canes will, every year that come up, it'll always produce berries every year, but the old canes die from what I understand. I don't know if this is exactly like raspberry. It might not be. It may or may not be. Give you a quick shot of all my grapevines. Those are all my grapes. They're young. Again, they're about 2-3 years old, something like that. Grapevines out here take about 3 to 4 years before they really establish their root system, and then they will produce tons of grapes. I can show you my grapevine in the back of my sheds up there. You see in the sun, I got my 2 sheds. I got a grapevine and a blueberry bush and a blackberry bush growing back there along with raspberries. And that thing, that produces like maybe 3 5-gallon pails full of just grapes, and then I press those grapes. I get the grapes and I make the juice and I make vinegar and wine, and it's good stuff. When we get to that time, I'll do a video on it and show you how to do it, my way of doing it, because I don't use yeast and I don't use sugar. I let it what do they call that, lactase ferment, and so there's no sulfides in my wine or my vinegar. It's 100% sulfide free. You could put your wine on your salads. My wine you can put on your salads. It's unbelievable. This is called a pink lemonade blueberry bush that never really grew. It stayed small, but maybe now that it's all weeded out, it gets some sunlight. Maybe next year we'll see some blueberries. Here's one of these is supposed to be a black raspberry, and one is supposed to be a golden raspberry. I don't know. They all put out red raspberries. I think I got screwed on that one. Watch what you buy on eBay. This is a 3 or 4 year old. I started these in 2012. So what is it? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is a 4-year-old goji berry plant. And it just never, it produced 1 or 2 berries, I think I got out of it, and that was pretty much it. It kind of died back. That plant doesn't do too good around here. Here's another look at that melon thing. I don't know what that thing is, what kind of a gourd it is. Once it ripens, we'll take it off the vine. We'll look at it a little better. I have no idea what this thing is. This thing is a monster. It's just look at this thing. It's coming out all over the place. Here's my asparagus. This is your regular standard Washington, Mary Washington or something asparagus. They're pretty good. It's alright. I picked a few fronds this year for the first time. Again, this was planted not 2012. I think I planted these 2013, 14, 15, 16. So this is like its 3rd year of growth. I picked a few small fronds off it. Nothing really big. It's still developing its root system. Just a harsh climate up here for asparagus, but hopefully next year I should be seeing ones as thick as my pinky, hopefully. And that's it. And that's my grapes and my hops. And I did have maypop growing, and they died. And maypop is native actually to this area, and my maypops died. So I can't make maypop wine, so can't do a review on that. What else we got going here? This is going to be a two-part video, I take it, because I don't have my clock running, but I would imagine this is at least 20-30 minutes long. What do I want to show you guys? Oh, what's that over there? What the hell is that? Somebody lounging? What are you doing? Chico, what are you doing? He's a lazy guy. He's waiting for those birds to land. Alright, over here, this is elderberry. It's my elderberry bush. I usually grab them. Last year I didn't do too good with elderberries. The birds love to eat the elderberries. Unbelievable. So elderberry is probably not something you want to grow if you got a bird problem, because you can see they're picking off my elderberries here, right here. You see all these empty spots? That's all the birds eating the elderberries, the green ones. And when they turn black, then the birds flock over here. That's why he's got to come out. I leave him out on patrol. Right, Chico? Yeah, he stays out on patrol. I don't want to get too close to this thing here. You can see that's a hornet's nest. That's a big one too. I got to spray that, and I got to wait for a cold day, colder day to come, and I'm going to fill that thing up with hornet juice. I don't know what kind of hornets they are, but boy, that's a big nest. There's got to be thousands of them in that thing. Here's my outdoor. These are all extras from the inside. So I will get some tomatoes this year. I don't think that all the ones I showed you along that wall are going to be a good example for me to review. We'll see what comes out of them. I mean, I got one tomato now coming out. I'm dying to take a bite out of, actually. And I think that's it back here. There's up by my deck. I got some stuff growing there. I grow a lot of trees and stuff. You can see over here. The whole side was all filled with fruit trees, but they've been getting chewed by these things every year. They're devastating. Okay, so if you're getting these things, you're not going to be able to grow fruit trees. They will utterly destroy your get rid of these things while I'm at it. They will utterly destroy all your trees. I literally have to grow my apple trees inside my greenhouse so they don't come and strip it clean. We got a bunch of we got curly leaf kale growing. We got some not Swiss chard. That's I don't know. These are seeds that fall when I do my seeds up here. They fall, and I just let them grow, and I just pick off the leaves like this. Nice healthy leaf, no bugs, no turds, nothing. Very good. These leaves actually taste better than the ones that grow in the garden. I think because of the rocks. Just make them taste good. They taste really good. Here's a poppy. Where is it? I grew poppy one year. Yes, these are, I believe, Afghan flag poppy. It's the same poppy you get for making poppy seeds, and that's why I bought them. But I also found out that this is the same poppy that they get opium from, so I kind of stay away from growing them because I don't want to get in trouble. But they're not illegal, so you can grow poppies. It's when you actually try to start getting the opium out of them, and you're growing fields of them, and then you're going to have a problem. See, I got carrots growing. I'm not planting all this stuff. I pulled a lot of this stuff out already. I cleaned this whole greenhouse out. They still come up. Here's some sunberries growing. Here's more poppies. They come up. Alright, I let them, these poppy seeds come out slightly brown, so they're not that good, I guess because you know, they're not growing in the environment. Now this thing here is called a kiwi. Show it to you. Okay, I'm growing the male and the female. It needs a pollinator, and it just gets destroyed by those bugs, you know. You see the damage it did to the whole top of it? Just destroys them. Shake them off every day, they come back. So I haven't, this is like 3 years on this as well, and I don't believe I didn't get any flowers, and I didn't get any fruit or anything off it. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I've heard this from a number of people that these kiwi vines, they take lots of phosphorus and this and that, and it's a long process. You can't let the vines coil up like this. You see how this one coiled up? You can't let it do that, and you got to do all this other stuff, and then it produces. So I don't really care. I'm selling this place in hopefully the next year or two, so I'll start over all new again. I'll get to do this all over again. That's I didn't plant this yet, but this is a sugar maple. It was one of the trees I wanted to plant because I like my maple syrup, and I like to tap for fresh maple. If you don't know how to tap for maple, got to try it sometime, because there ain't nothing like getting maple directly from the tree. And that's it. I used to have chickens. See my chicken coop back there? I had like 30 chickens. I was giving eggs away to everybody. I was throwing eggs away. I had so many eggs I didn't know what to do with them. And then they were getting attacked by the animals. I don't know what they were. I was told that there's fishers running around here. Fisher's a type of it's like a type of mink or something. And they're vicious. You don't even want to encounter one of them. They'll literally rip you apart. So they killed off all my chickens. I just not replaced them. Plus, like I said, I'm selling this house. So is there anything else I wanted to show you? I got the blueberry bushes and all. I'll just do another video on that, or maybe I'll film that and then I'll add it to this or something. I got some cool stuff growing here, you know. I got my cattails growing. You know what I'd like to do a video of? That right there. That's called sumac. You see those big red bud pods on there? You get sumac tea out of that, what they call hillbilly lemonade. And I'll show you how to make it. There's a certain way to make it. You got to make it the right way, or else it's going to be very bitter and you won't like it. So maybe I can show you how I make tea out of that. I don't do it a lot. I just do it once in a while. It's a pain in the neck for me, yeah. I don't know. I know how to do it though. And I think that's it for now. All right. Oh, here's some more. See, these taste okay. These collards, and I don't think I got any kale, curly leaf kale. They taste okay. And the inside one that I'm still eating, actually, that one actually tastes better. You wrap that up, you shred some cheese, and you know, you can mix some vegetables, cut them very thin and fine, sort of like what you'd put on a taco, and you just wrap it in that leaf and you eat it. It's really good. And this is catnip. This is for Chico. That's for my man, Chico and the man. He's got to have his little thing in the garden too, so I give him his catnip and he's happy. Kills the rats, the birds, and the mice. All right, that's it for now. Catch you on a rebound.